What's up, guys? This is Daniel, and welcome to the first episode of this Watford season. This is going to be Season 2, and I'm now in the Premiership. So, my first game is against Manchester United, but this is the Community Shield, so it's the champions of the Premier League season versus the champions of the FA Cup, which would be me. So, this game, though, it was, I had that video, my last video was all my transfers, so signing Giovanni, Luton Shelton, and Jobson, and at this point in time, I did not have Jobson, so Graham was in the starting lineup, and he did very well. So you see there, I went up 1-0 with a good strike by Cowie, puts me up 1-0. He's actually gone from Watford in real life, which kind of sucks. But you see here a nice over the top ball, and I mean, you guys are gonna probably be seeing this a lot this season. Shelton just absolutely burning the defender. He actually ends up winning that ball off of a mistake from the defender. And here Rooney gets through, and Loach with a really good save. And I guess I could take this time to comment on some of you guys were, asking why I didn't sign a defender. And basically to answer that question, the thing was is I had played two matches against, top Barclays teams and Manchester United and Chelsea last season with Watford, and I based my signings off of those two games. And what I had trouble with those two games is beating their defenses with the strikers that I had. And so you see there, Graham with it, actually really nice cutback there, gets the goal, puts me up 3-0. This is really surprising to me. I'm doing well, and they get kind of a consolation goal, and off the back of Loach's head. So, anyways, excuse me. The reason why I signed just strikers is because I had so much trouble beating their defense on, through balls, and also I wanted to add some skills to my season, which I don't know if you guys caught the annotation that I put or the comment I put on my last video, but I will be doing a lot more skills there. I didn't get very many this episode, but anyways, here's my first match of the Premier League season against Stoke, and this game is taken over by Giovanni, and this is the exact reason that I signed him. And so when we get a free kick here from reasonable distance, I mean, Giovanni is just a beast. The dip on his free kicks, you can't ask for better, and he also has great power. So you see there, he gets the first goal of the season off a nice free kick. The keeper probably should have done better, as you'll see here, but that I'm gonna have to capitalize on these games with kind of the lower teams in the Premier League. You see Jones there hitting it off the post, got lucky there, but like I said, I'm just gonna have to capitalize on some of these teams that I play that aren't gonna be in the top of the table. Um, Stoke. I think I have a game against Portsmouth later in this episode, and right there, Giovanni's second free kick of the game. Now, this is at this point, I was really excited to play with my new transfers, and when this was going on, I was just like, this is going to be a good season because I can actually, not that Cowie's bad at free kicks, he's okay, but having a good free kick taker on your team, especially in FIFA, is definitely a great thing to have. And I win my first game of the season, 2-0. So we'll move on here against Arsenal, and this game was kind of back and forth, but I felt like they really did control it. And but this is a little random. A cool thing that I kind of found out, not really necessarily found out, but getting late into FIFA 11 and almost the time where FIFA 12 is out, a lot of things get a little bit quote unquote dull, and you see RVP there with a nice goal, faking out Loach. But anyways, when you're excited to play FIFA, and as I was when I was playing these matches, because I had my new transfers, I was just ready for this season. You you seem to play a lot better, and um, this game probably isn't a good example because I didn't control it, but um, I felt like these matches that I was playing, I was just so excited to play and excited to play with the new squad and the additions that I had, and it shows in these matches, especially that match against Man U. But anyways, as I talk about that, I go down 2-0 here to Arsenal, but Giovanni, third goal of the season, starting off great, and he puts me in a nice position at 2-1. Good position to try to get a point out of this. And Jobson there with a nice through ball back to Shelton, and he just finesses that one home. And so at this point I'm thinking, 80th minute, yeah, I probably got the point here, and I'll take a draw against Arsenal. But right here they come right back and Very nice goal there by Arshavin, and he gets the 3 points there for Arsenal, leaves me with nothing. But once again, my two signings, obviously they're the ones that are probably going to have the goals, but Shelton and Giovanni with goals in that one. But this is a match against Portsmouth. They also got promoted, and I believe that they won the yeah okay because Middlesbrough got in first. Came in second, automatic promotion, and then they had ended up winning the playoff to be promoted. So you see here, I get a kind of a weird goal here. Shelton tries to finesse it, and Jobson wins that header, gets us up 1-0. Here we have Giovanni with a nice bit of skill. I did that advanced rainbow and then just a little sidestep move there, but he puts that one wide. But that's kind of what I'm hoping to see a little bit more this season, and hopefully that'll be of better viewing pleasure to you guys. But you see there, get over the top ball, quick one-touch pass, and I'm getting kind of held off here, so I decided to pass it across and let Jobson finish that one. He puts me up 2-0, so that's 2 goals for him, and a nice late in the game here, a nice pass there, and they make it 2-1. But this is kind of scary here at the end. They were kind of knocking on the door, and this cross right here, I kind of held my breath, and then later, that was the 90th minute, and then here even further into stoppage time. This is kind of funny though. They get a corner kick, and Loach comes out, grabs this one, and you see their keeper hustling back there, trying to get back to his goal, and I have Jobson take it down the line, and I feel like this is the best position I'm going to get to shoot the ball, and I do, and it comes right back off the post, so he can't complete his hat trick on that, kind of weird play there, but I end up winning 2-1. So in the Premier League, I have 2 games or 3 games. I've won 2 and lost 1, and this is going to be the League Cup. So this is against, I don't know how to pronounce this. I think it's Torquay. I don't know, but they are. I viewed their stats before the game, and I have a lot better stats than them. But you see there, a poor display of defense gives them, a breakaway through on goal there. One-on-one with Loach, and Zabrowski puts it away. I like that name. But anyways, through ball here to Giovanni, and this is also why I signed him. He just powers that home. His shot is ridiculous, and I'd probably have to say that he's one of my favorite players to play with. I play with him all the time in Ultimate Team. He's my arena, the guy who I play with in the arena, but Giovanni's just a fun player, 5-star skills, as you all know, and just, crazy shot. And then another poor display of defense gives them the goal. Unfortunate, puts me down 2-1, but I do come right back on the kickoff, have some nice combination passes and to equalize. But I'll take this time to say that as I do have these new 3 transfers up top, and you don't really see any quote-unquote Watford people that have played last season that are starting for my attacking 3, but I was viewing the calendar of my games, and there are a lot of matches or a lot of weeks where I have 2 or 3 matches a week, which means my players are going to get tired. I know Giovanni's a little bit old, and so he's going to get tired quickly. You see here in this clip that he has no energy whatsoever. So the next match I actually will be starting a new center attacking mid. So you guys will see Graham again, and also I'm going to try to get Buckley. I'm gonna start him. He's actually has a lot better stats than I originally thought of. But I'm going to be starting him and Graham, so you'll still see some of those players. It won't just be these 3 transfers that I had all season. So hope that kind of clears things up. But here are the tables after those 3 matches that I played. Still early in the season, so this really isn't a big deal. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, just leave a like and tell me what you liked or what you disliked about the video. But little longer video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will talk to you guys next episode.